Hello world, I've been tight lacing for about 4 years now, and I've had a few people at uni, randoms, everyone, ask me questions about my corsets and about my tight lacing. So I've decided to start making videos, get the knowledge out there, stop me repeating myself again and again and again. There'll be more Q&A videos to come in the near future, so if you have any questions or anything, stick them in the comments at the end of the video. But yeah, so let's get started. First one, why are corsets so expensive? Basically it's the man hours, or usually woman hours, that goes into making these. It's stitching, lots of stitching, layers, everything, all the skills I don't have and all the skills that those people do have, they're seriously magical. They can just do everything. So, you know, you are paying that person for their skills, for their time. So yeah, there's like metal boning that they've got to deal with, there's busks, there's lacing, there's layers, so you're paying them to put the time and the effort into these. Secondly, does it ruin my body? Yes and no. So people who want to start tight lacing, you know, wearing corsets seriously, just need to understand that common sense, just listen to your body. If you have dizziness, tingling, pinching, lack of breath, stop. Seriously. You're doing damage. So just listen to yourself, and if you've laced too tight or anything, just slow down. Just loosen it up, take your time. It's not a race, it's not a competition. It's about making slow changes to your body so you don't hurt yourself in the process. What is tight lacing? Personally, I define it as wearing corset for however many hours you feel comfortable, to the point where it begins to change your body physically. So for me, what's changed has been mostly my rib cage. So my ribs have become more conical, as you can see here. They're not straight anymore. So it'll just change the shape of your body as it applies pressure. And obviously wearing different shaped corsets, you can get different results and your body will respond differently. So just because I'm wearing this shape of corset doesn't mean that someone else will get the exact same results. How do you put on a corset? Firstly, take a look at the video that I uploaded previously. That basically covers everything in depth, including a few do's and don'ts. But there are 100 different styles of corsets. Some don't have the busk at the front, some have laces, some have zippers. There's 100 different ways that they're constructed. But you can start by checking your corset for a label. So for instance, this is my What Katie Did. The label is written with their brand name, indicating which way up. You'll also find tags. Typically the tags are at the top. For instance, Timeless Trends puts their size tag at the top, and that indicates which way up the corset goes. If you're still struggling, take a look at the front. You'll notice that the corsets always have the hooks on the left-hand side, unless it has been specifically requested that the hooks have been on the right-hand side, in which case the corseteer will probably let you know about that. You don't want to put your corset on upside down. That is the biggest no-no. You may get stuck in it, it'll feel uncomfortable, you'll have gapping at the top, it'll be tight around the hips. Yeah, just no. Now I'm going to talk about the difference between off the racks and custom mades. So I have two off the racks with me here, my What Katie Did from Timeless Trends and a corset that I bought when I first started tight lacing from a shop. And I want to show you the difference primarily between these two corsets. So firstly, the boning. So I can do that with this corset because there's plastic boning within this, whereas if I take my What Katie Did, there is no way that I'm able to bend that because that's got steel boning opposed to plastic. These kinds of corsets are thin. As you can see, there is nothing much to them. They will stretch with your body because the material itself has give, and are definitely not suitable for tight lacing. This kind of thing will cost you 20 bucks off eBay. It's good for a dress up, you know, have a bit of fun, whatever, but don't tight lace in them. What Katie Did will cost you about $90, depending on your exchange rates, as I'm in Australia, so you know, obviously it cost me a little bit more, but they're good. They are solid. They can pretty much withstand whatever you want to throw at them. So yeah. Then there's custom mades. This one is a second-hand custom made from Desert Orchid corsetry, now known as Orchid corsetry, and the girl that I bought it off has pretty much the same measurements as me, so I have no qualms fitting into this. So the difference between this and what Katie did is this is custom made, obviously, to her measurements, similar to mine. So the gapping around the hips is slightly less than I get with the what Katie did. The shape itself fits me a lot better. The length is a lot more better as well, as the what Katie did I find is a little bit more shorter, which in itself isn't uncomfortable, but I prefer this. Off the racks are okay to buy if you buy a good quality one, but if you buy something like this that's custom made, then it's going to be fitted to your measurements. It's going to fit you, and you aren't going to have problems like it being too short, or the hip measurements being too short so you can't close the back, or you know, any other amount of problems that can come from trying to buy a one-size-fits-all. The health concerns with tight lacing is simply don't be stupid about it. Think about your health, put yourself first, don't do anything stupid. Season your corsets, take your time adjusting your body and adjusting the corset. Don't just tight lace as quickly as you can, you know, lace it up as tight as you can first go. You'll just wreck it, you'll hurt yourself, so just be sensible. Probably the most common question I get asked when wearing corsets is, can I breathe and can I eat? As demonstrated by uploading this video, I am alive. I can breathe because the corset, as you can see, doesn't restrict my upper chest, so I can still breathe. As for meals, it will restrict the size of the meal that you can eat, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you need to eat meals in smaller portions and more frequently, which is advised by most dietitians anyway, that you don't eat large solid meals, that you eat throughout the course of the day. The one thing to avoid with these things is carbonated drinks. You will get the most nasty case of reflux and burps that you've ever had, and it's not fun. Don't recommend it, so either avoid them or beware and have fun. So that's about it for now, and if you have any more questions, chuck them in the comments below, flick me an email, and yeah, more updates and corset shenanigans. I need to scroll down. Still recording? Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the